Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to the Group 10 presentation video. My name is Adinda Astriana. My student ID number 22050250208 and the other member group are Muhammad Ishak with student ID number 175204136. Din Rizky R. Junaid with student ID number 22050-250-2009 and Nur Makfira Pata 22050-250-2010. Our presentation is about discovery and invention in the Middle Ages. Before that, I will tell you a little about the Middle Ages. When we hear the words of the Middle Ages, perhaps some people would have assumed that a time men were in darkness, a time influenced by religious dogma in state politics, leading to a distrust war. But in the dream reality of this medieval narrative, there are no more scientific and technological discoveries that have had a major impact on the development of today's times. One of the scientific spheres that strongly felt the effects of technology from the Middle Ages was the realm of literature. The Middle Ages was their three discovery medieval science. The first discovery is paper will be explained by Nur Makfirapata. Nur Makfirapata, time is yours.
Paper is a thin non-woven material traditional made from a combination of millet, plant, and textile fibers. The first paper, like plant-based trade seed, was papyrus in Egypt 4th century BC. But the first true paper making process was documented in China during the Eastern Han period 25 until 220 AD. Traditional attribute to the court official Cylon. This plant poor conglomerate produced by pulp mills and paper mills was used for writing, drawing, and money. During the 8th century, China's papermaking spread to the Islamic world, replacing papyrus. By the 11th century, papermaking was brought to Europe, where it replacing animal skin-based parchment and wool panels. By the 13th century, papermaking was survived with paper mills using water wells in Spain. Later improvements to the papermaking process came in 19th century era with the invention of wood-based paper.
Next, the second discovery medieval science is pen. Will be explained by Muhammad Ishak. Muhammad Ishak, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Ishak from group number 10, and I would like to explain you about the history of pen. So, taken from various sources, a pen is a writing tool in the form of a nib that has a sharp tip and is equipped with a handle containing an ink sac that can be refilled. History records that pens equipped with ink sacs date from the 10th century. Wikipedia explains in 953 the Caliph Ma'ad al-Mu'izz from Egypt wanted a pen that wouldn't stain his hands and his clothes with ink. He was then given a pen equipped with an ink storage so that the ink flowed into the nib with the help of capillarity and gravity. The History of Pencils website reveals that the pen with an inner reservoir dates back to the 17th century when German inventor Daniel Schwenzer created a pen made of two quills. Then, in 1938, the ballpoint was invented by the Hungarian journalist Laszlo Biro. He used an ink in printing newspapers, dried quickly, and left no stains on the paper. Other difficulties when using a pen to correct manuscripts written on thin paper, such as ink that is stretched, spill, or torn paper due to sharp pen strokes. With his brother George, a chemist, he developed a new nib consisting of a ball that could rotate it by the cartridge. Because of that small ball, the new pen was called the ballpoint pen, or what is commonly known as a ballpoint pen. This design was then patented in Argentina on June 10, 1943, and sold under the Biron brand, which still exists until today. So I think that's all about the history of pen. We will see the next material. Thank you.
And the last discovery is chess set, will be explained by Din Rizky Erjunait. Din Rizky, time is yours.
Okay, an example of a recent medieval invention is chess. Until now, it is not known for certain who the real inventor of chess is. But from some legends, the inventor of chess is a character named Sisa bin Dahir. He is known for the invention of Chaturanga, the predecessor of Indian chess. At the time, Sisa invented the game of chess and gave it as gift to King Sharham of India. The king was so happy that he offered him any gift he asked for, as long as it sounded reasonable. Quoting Britannica, India is believed to be the origin of chess, known as Chaturanga, the Sanskrit name for the battle formation mentioned in the Mahabharata. The game developed in northwestern India in the 7th century. Chaturanga is considered to be the earliest predecessor of modern chess, as it has two main features found in all chess variants. Then, in the 6th century, Islamic traders from India brought this game to Persia. The chess was called by the name Satranj in the Sassanids. Starting from Persia, then chess also began to be known throughout the world. Here, chess has also developed in terms of the game, so that it is more interesting and more exciting to make chess the most favorite recreational game in Persia. Because of this excitement, then chess spread again to the Arabian mainland. Around 750 AD, chess reached China, and by the 11th century had reached Japan and Korea. It was only in the 19th century that the discovery of chess in the territory of Indonesia began to be seen. In several big cities in Indonesia, chess clubs began to be established, such as in the cities of Magelang, Surabaya, Bandung, and Yogyakarta. This game was under the control of the Dutch, who were colonizing Indonesia at the time. In the 1925, the Indonesian Chess Association was first established, which was named Netherlands Indies Schachbond in Yogyakarta. After that, the development of chess grew rapidly, marked by the birth of Perkasi or Indonesian Chess Association, which was founded in 1948. The inauguration took place in 1950 in Yogyakarta, chaired by Dr. Suito. Indonesia also held the first chess championship in Indonesia in 1955.
So that is the end of our presentation. Sorry if we have a mistake. Thank you for your great attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.